All right. Hi, everybody. um, I'll to start with, I love the way we competed tonight. I thought that we showed some great fight, getting to the basket on offense, and really did a nice job keeping them off the offensive glass for the most part. They had some big physical guys, and I thought we did a good job there. We really struggled with transition defense and turnovers, and that was really the story of the game. Had 29 points off our turnovers and 19 fast break points, and it's hard to beat a really good team when you have those kind of numbers. But I was really pleased with the effort. I told the team afterwards I thought that there were a number of opportunities that we could have folded, and we stuck together and made a game all the way down the stretch.
Do we just ask questions now, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Dane, you touched on this. You're down 69-54, 8.5 minutes to go, and you've got a team very young. It would have been kind of not understandable, but you kind of would sort of see a team like in that situation maybe kind of lose their composure. Then you came back and got it down to 6 pretty quickly. What did they do? Do you feel to just keep that poise and to not let it get away from them and become like a 30-point blowout or something?
I think the first thing, and in the huddles, they were rallying together. They were talking about, hey, we can do this. We just got to keep fighting. It's a long game. It's a game of runs, and certainly a game this high scoring is going to have that. But I thought that was the biggest thing that they did. I thought we had some great leadership from a number of guys, including some of our young guys, which was really encouraging to see. And we just talked about we need to just come out and get a basket and then string together a couple of stops and see if we can cut the thing down a little bit, and we were able to do that. So unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough down the stretch to get the win and completely catch them, but I was pleased with the resilience that we showed.
When you look at the starting lineup, they had 2 seniors and 3 juniors, and you're starting 3 freshmen. Did you see some moments where that was evident early on, and did that get better as the game went on? And did you feel?
Yeah, I think there were some moments kind of throughout. I thought that we had a couple of stretches where we made some careless mistakes, and some of that is guys playing in their first college game. And you look at the stat line for Malik Curry, and he has 24 and 6 assists and no turnovers in 33 minutes. And that's what you need from a senior point guard. And what I really liked about any of the mistakes that we made, whether it was a freshman or an upper, that guys went to the next play, and nobody was hanging their heads, and I thought that they showed great character to just be able to go to that next play and continue to battle.
Obviously, Connor had a pretty remarkable game. Just sort of talk about his night, and has he been showing you that in practice as well?
Yeah, Connor was terrific tonight. He's played really well in practice. He and Luke have probably been our 2 most consistent players in practice this preseason. And everybody's going to pick up the box score and see the numbers that he put up today, which were obviously very impressive. But his leadership on the floor was incredible. And he was out there trying to help guys get organized and trying to rally the guys. He took a huge charge in transition when we needed a play to stop one of their transition opportunities. So he's been really solid. I've said this before. He is wise beyond his years in terms of his basketball IQ and feel and leadership. And it was a heck of a debut for him.
You guys can hop in too. Brian, you look like you're on the interstate or something.
No, I'm parked outside. No, I'm not driving while I'm trying to do a Zoom interview. That would be dangerous. Oh my gosh, no. Coach, you've probably already been asked this. Crazy times that we're in, but your team was able to do something phenomenal, and both teams were, to just play this game. Assess just what this game was like. I mean, because you guys hung in there with the 3. I mean, I saw 50%. Literally, you rose from 38 to 50% in the second half from 3 to stay in this game.
Yeah, I think you make a great point. Just the fact that we've been able to get here with what's going on is pretty impressive, and I think it's a credit to all of the medical teams that have come together to try to figure out the best way we can do this with as much safety as we can for all of the athletes and the staff and people here working the game. And I know for our guys, this has been a really long preseason, and obviously for us it was a few more days than everybody else with this being our first game. But it's great to be out there competing. It's certainly a different environment without having any fans or very few fans. But I know once the ball tipped, everybody had the same mentality. It seemed like that they always do, whether the place is filled or very few people are here, and it was really fun to compete. I thought that was a really good college basketball game.
What went right? What went wrong tonight for you guys?
Well, you mentioned it. The 3-point shooting was certainly huge for us tonight. To go 12 for 24 for the game is significant, and we're a team that's probably going to rely on the 3-point shot quite a bit this year with the lineups that we put out there. We really struggled turning the ball over, and which led to a lot of runouts in transition for Old Dominion, and I thought that was probably the biggest difference in the game with the amount of easy baskets we gave them in transition. I love the fight that this team showed, and I think there were a couple of times where, we could have turned the other way, and this thing could have really got out of hand. But I was really proud of the way the team responded, and especially with how many guys, this is really some of these guys, first times really playing significant minutes at this level.
Follow up. Oh, I'm sorry. No, just a follow up. I asked Malik Curry this of ODU. I said there seemed to be this a special intensity, not just because it's ODU, William and Mary, but Malik had pointed out that hey, this could get shut down tomorrow, depending on what's happening. Do you get that sense from your guys talking with him and from you that guys are kind of treating this as if it could be their last basketball game if they're not if things?
Yeah, that's a great point. I guess that's maybe one of the benefits of having a young team is our guys aren't maybe thinking as much this might be their last opportunities, but you make a great point about it. I know for us on Thanksgiving, one of the things that we talked about with our team was just how appreciative we should all be to have this opportunity, whether it be to coach at this level, to play at this level. And, it's amazing when it gets taken away from you, how much you realize, how much you love it and enjoy it and feel like you really get this opportunity. And, I thought both teams probably did have a little bit of that tonight of just, it's for ODU it's our first home game. For us, it's our first game of the season. And again, you throw in the history with this rivalry, and it was neat to be out there competing.
Hey, Coach. I know one of the things going into the season was maybe a little bit unproven in terms of big men. But how do you think you guys competed out there tonight? I mean, obviously only getting out-rebounded by 3 seems to be a pretty good sign.
Yeah, I was really pleased with the effort that, that in particular Ben and Mikkel up front gave us. Obviously Ben was, really had struggled with foul trouble tonight. But, Mikkel played 16 minutes in the first half, which was quite a bit to ask of him heading into his first college game where he's really got extended minutes. But I thought they battled down there. I thought we did a nice job with our post doubles in terms of trying to get it out of there early on, and then it was a real group effort on the glass from us, and those guys did a great job, and then I thought the other guy that really battled for us, who didn't play as much as a 5, but Quinn Blair was really tough around the basket defensive rebounding. I think he had 9 defensive rebounds. He had 10 for the game. I mean, he was not afraid to go in there and grab him, and that was really key for us.
Could you talk about Yuri's night? He obviously came out very aggressive from the start.
Yeah, I thought Yuri had, he kind of came out and got to the rim a couple of times and missed some that I think he's going to make pretty often here as the season goes on. And he is really hard to keep out of the paint. And we saw that, I think, on a number of occasions. He's really fast. He's really strong. He gets in there, and he was able to finish some a little bit more in the second half. Took probably a couple of ill-advised shots, had a couple of turnovers that we'd certainly love to have back. But he was right there with the guys trying to rally when we were down 15, and and I was just, I was pleased with that. And there's, plenty of kind of first game mistakes that he made that, we'll get an opportunity to talk about and hopefully shore up as the season goes on.